Hey, what's up everybody? Rob Gill, founder, CEO of Epic Financial Strategies, and I get asked the question over and over again, how come the rich keep getting richer? And how come the poor keep getting poorer? Well, today we're going to talk about the 5 rules the rich use on how they elevate their wealth and pass it on without any tax consequences. Stay tuned. Okay, so rule number 1 is financial education, and there's nothing more constant than change itself. If you look at the world of finance, these rules, these products, these strategies are constantly changing. Now, there's always the mindset of steady Eddie, stay focused and do the fundamentals of tackling and blocking. But when it comes to this, you want to get continuously educated financially because you always want to keep up with the rules. You always want to keep up with all the different things that are changing. And oh, by the way, I mean, if it was 1970, we're talking about the gold standard to the dollar bill. And now in 2024, we're talking about cryptocurrency. So money changed. Things are always on the move, so you want to make sure that you really understand what's happening, and you also don't overindulge into new products, but you add them into the mix as time goes on if it sits and fits with your core values. Rule number 2, multiple streams of income. Now, this is real important. I'm going to take you back to 2000, really 1999 to 2000. I was a broker on Wall Street. I used to make 400 dials a day, and back then, internet stocks were doing amazing. The guy that cut my hair gave me a recommendation at 4 that eventually went to 300. Everybody was making money on it, and I was making money, and then I was investing in the same things that I was making money on. So what happened? It wasn't multiple streams of income. I was not diversified properly. I didn't have income producing assets. I didn't have money working for me in other directions. So all of a sudden, seemingly out of nowhere, but the writing was on the wall, March of 2000, the government sued Microsoft, and the internet stocks as a whole began to take precipitous drops all over the place. And as a result, my clients dried up as well as my own investments. And that's why it's important to understand whatever you do for a living day to day and you're saving money, make sure you put it to work into something that's not part of your day to day so you can diversify that money from all different directions. So rule number 3, protect and grow your wealth. Now, this is what I talk about when it comes to tackling and blocking when it comes to your financial freedom. And it is boring if you really look at the glass half empty, but if you look at it half full, this could be one of the most explosive things that you really do with your money time freedom. We love cash value life insurance, not as an investment. We love it as a philosophy, part of the overall picture of financial freedom. So by saving money on a monthly basis, and you want to be able to save at least 20%, even if you're at 5, 10, or 15 right now, you want to be able to save 20% even after your 401k contributions into this steady Eddie, because what's going to happen as your cash value grows, you're going to be able to access that money for other income producing opportunities if you I dot and T cross. And that's where your wealth begins to turbocharge. Instead of chasing a rate of return, be a rate of the return. Because remember, we're talking about being financially educated. We're talking about multiple streams of income. Now, all of a sudden, from a spiritual component, you have this money saved up, put it to work somewhere else so it could pay you back, give you tax strategies, as well as multiple rates of return off the same dollar. Rule number 4, leveraging assets. Now, this separates the boys from the men, the girls from the ladies. When you have built out your wealth and you have different products in different asset classes that are working for you, and if you really want to be able to understand leverage, liquidity, and control, this is where you can leverage an after-tax brokerage account if it's properly diversified with a proper either CFP or fiduciary, but you can leverage that, put that money to work for you either in other income producing assets, maybe run it through a cash value life insurance plan and then put it into other income producing assets. But once you keep your money in motion, you stay ahead of taxes, inflation, lost opportunity cost, you have creditor protection, and now it's going to go back to the other 3 points. You're financially educated, you got multiple streams of income, you're protecting and growing your wealth by using the bank's money. This is where you could explode financially, and I don't mean in a bad way, I mean like a rocket ship that's going to break the ether, get into this atmosphere, get out of the atmosphere, and not have gravity hold you back. Okay, rule number 5. Tax optimization. I'm not an accountant, so you want to run this by your accountant, but there's a couple of strategies. If you're a business owner and you want to make sure that you're getting a tax benefit, not so much just on a 401k or a profit sharing 401k where you're making so much money, you want to put more money into these strategies, you want to think about a private pension plan, a cash balance plan that's funded with cash value life insurance as well as fixed annuities. Instead of getting a write-off on 50, 60,000, you can get a write-off up to 200, 225,000. You want to kind of have a sit down with one of our members one-on-one to get clarity on that. But the point here is that's a great way to get a write-off currently. Now, If you're really innovative, and you got to get with an accountant and an estate attorney on what I'm about to say next, but think of if you have a piece of real estate that's worth $2 million, you have a 401k that's worth $2 million, and you want to be able to get your 401k money out and from a distribution standpoint in the most tax efficient way possible. Well, maybe one of the things you think about, and once again, it requires a lot of work, is have your real estate go inside a charitable remainder trust where you get income for 5, 10, or 20 years. That tax benefit's going to allow you to offset the taxes on your 401k distribution. So now all of a sudden you're playing two games. But if anyone's following this video and they're really, really smart, they're going to say, Rob, what about the growth of my real estate that's now inside that charity? Well, two things. If you have your own family foundation, they could get from that. But if you don't, you want to have a wealth replacement trust that's going to replace the value of that real estate. And the wealth replacement trust, yes, it'll be funded with cash value life insurance. Anyway, thank you for staying for this video and checking us out. We really appreciate it. Go ahead, click the link below. One of the experts here at Epic will take you through the success process, answer any questions you have, and go over the rules of the rich so you get a clearer picture. Continue to like, share, and subscribe. Get this message out there so more people see it and we can provide more financial education on a daily basis. Make it a great day.